Yo, what up, peeps? Welcome back to our channel. I'm yours truly, Kelvin Deveaux, and here is where we share tips, tools, and softwares that we use that can help coaches and service providers do some really meaningful things in their business, like attracting and onboarding new clients. Now, part of what we do is helping service providers and coaches onboard new clients with ease. And since we've been able to onboard new clients here recently, I thought, what of a better time to actually show you guys how to bulletproof your own onboarding process so that you bring on new clients in a breeze and they are more than excited to continue working with you. So let's hop right into it. What is it? What is onboarding? Essentially, onboarding is when you enroll someone into your business. It's when someone raises their hand and says, hey, I like what you have to offer. I want you to provide those services to me. It's that process of you getting the information from them, getting the payment from them, getting them acclimated to what it is that you're about to do and how that's going to transform their situation. So onboarding is when you literally enroll someone into your business. And a part of enrolling anyone into anything is being able to ask them information, allowing them to answer the information that you've asked of them so that you can do your job well. Now, before I begin my onboarding process, there's one crucial thing that I have to do in order to make sure that this is a breeze for me. So whether someone is a referral, whether they DM me, or whether they generate themselves as a lead, I have to create a contact into my CRM, into my customer relationship management tool. And what that does is, for one, it allows me to organize people. It allows me to see what information they have submitted back to me, what I still need from them, what stage in the pipeline they are in. So it just gives me a better view of how the relationship, how the business relationship is going between me and that lead. So above all else, before I get started, I have to make sure that this person is a contact into my CRM. Once this person is a contact into my CRM, now I may begin my onboarding process. Now, with me beginning my onboarding process, it's already understood that a client wants what I have. So now I just have to do what's on my end to enroll them into my business. So one of the first things that I do is send them a contract and I send them an invoice. Now, the beautiful thing about the way I have my business set up currently is that I only offer one thing, which is one-on-one business marketing support. It's a 5-month journey where we do all those things like automate your tedious tasks, generate and create paid advertisement, and we make sure that you have a nurture sequence set up for those people so that you're able to close more clients more efficiently and save your time. So that's what I offer. So when I get a new lead or potential new client, I don't have to change my contract at all. Only thing I have to change about it is the name and the date, which is really easy. I send it off to them. Once I send it off, I also go ahead and generate the invoice for the entire contract that we're going to be working. So now they have the contract, which states in black and white what kind of relationship, what the deliverables are, what to expect of me, and what their commitment is, what their payment amount is going to be going forward. And they have the payment link to go ahead and take care of that payment as well. So everything is out of my hand within a matter of minutes from the time that someone tells me that they want to become a client. Now, the reason that I send the contract and the invoice together is so that the client knows that they have everything within their hand to get this process moving as quickly as they would like. And the other reason why that's important is because no work is going to be done on my end until the contract and the invoice is taken care of. And some of you savvy business owners may already know this, but for some of you guys that are new to the game, let me put you up on game and say, one thing you don't want to do in your business is start off by doing front-loaded work. What's front-loaded work? Front-loaded work is when someone verbally agrees that they are going to come with you for your services. They ask you, hey, can you go ahead and get started? And, because you're happy to get a client, because you're eager to get the money, you go ahead and start working, before those things are kind of set in place, before they made a deposit, before they paid in full, before they've taken care of the contract that legally binds them. And, as a person that's did that, before in their agency, I just tell you all not to do it. Don't be so in a rush for the sale. Allow things to happen the way that they need it to, so that you don't burn yourself out on the front end by doing work that you don't get paid for. And then that may have a trickling effect other places in your business. So no front loading work, only perform work when clients take care of the contract and of the invoice. The only work that I do before I work with a client is necessary research. What's that? That is when I go and look up their social media channels, their website, and I get a good understanding of what they are looking to do, where they are, seeing some opportunities that they may not be exploiting for themselves, some things that I can bring to the table. So all of that's necessary. That's me putting skin into the game, saying, hey, by the time we have a call, by the time you decide to do business with me, I already have a sense of what you're looking to do, so that when you go ahead and take care of the invoice and the contract, we're also, to a fast we're off to a fast start by taking care of those things. So no front loading work, only work when you get paid and when that contract is taken care of so that you don't burn yourself out, guys, for sure. Now, the third thing that I do in my onboarding process, once the invoice and the contract is taken care of, I send them an onboarding email. And in that onboarding email, I have a couple components to it. One of them is, welcoming them, let them know that I'm excited to work with them. But there are also some tangible things that I get from there as well. And one of them is an onboarding form. So here in my onboarding form, I'm getting those things that's going to take for me to build that custom done for you CRM, like your business telephone number, your email address, your websites, your social media handles, what your business provides, how much it will be worth to each client. And I'm also getting media from you. So I'm getting your logo. I'm getting any professional pictures that you may have. I'm getting all of that stuff so that I don't have to ask you for those things later. All of those things is the things that I ask for in the onboarding email are all the things that I need to build your custom done for you CRM so that I don't have to go back and forth to you. I even ask you the password. What password would you like to use? So that way, when I'm setting it up, I don't have to bother you. And by the time we have our next call, everything is done for you. You're able to log in, and then we're able to show you how you need to use this to better your business. Another thing that I have in my onboarding email is my coaching calendar. Now, my coaching calendar is much different from my consultation calendar. So my consultation calendar, where people can book for me, that's only a 30-minute session. It gives us a chance to get acquainted with one another and figure out if we're a good fit. So, people book that, if they want to hear more in depth about what it is I do, how I can help them with my one-on-one coach program. That's what the consultation calendar is for. But I have a coaching calendar that is, instead of 30 minutes like my consultation, it is 90 minutes so that we're able to hash out more in depth what we're looking for. So a part of my coaching package, I also provide multiple 90-minute sessions throughout the month where myself and the client work one-on-one about their business needs. So it's truly one-on-one business support with someone who is more than able and in depth to handle all of those marketing needs that you need for your business. So within that onboarding call is my booking calendar so that the client has free access to book those things and book those calls at their discretion. So once I send the onboarding email, then they're able to go ahead and book their first onboarding call. Now, the first onboarding call that we have, that's when we really get to dive into the meat and potatoes of why this client chose me. Because, up until then, there were certain steps that we had to take to make sure that, before my services were rendered, that everything was taken care of and, in square on their end back to me. So now that we have that, we're able to have the onboarding call. And the onboarding call is where, instead of me actually explaining what kind of goes on during the onboarding call, how about you guys take a look at some of the questions that I ask in my onboarding calls to help you get a better idea of what goes on. Take a look. So, I have my own agenda of things that we'll talk about, but, like you said, you've already been thinking about some things. You've already, what are some of those things that you've been, wanting us to tackle together? A VA?
What you think should happen? You think I should be talking to them?
I think what I think that was something we could do is for the first 3 months, maybe you do it to really get a flow. And maybe it's 60 days, but I think that before you bring a VA in, I'm always a big proponent of I think you need to know it inside and out. So on that flip side, somebody coming in 30, they didn't get that preconceived education that they should have got. They went through the working world. They in the 600s. They don't have a ton of, student loans, but they got some. They got a car. They paying on this and that. And what does I guess I'm asking kind of what the success look like, or what is something that they can look forward to. Good stuff, right? Yeah, really good questions to really get down to the heart of what it is that the client is dealing with. And that's another reason why it's so important to make sure that your onboarding process is bulletproof, so that the client continues to feel excited. The client continues to feel like that they made a right choice. The client is confident that you are going to solve their problems. And you know how they say that you never get a second chance to make a first impression? Well, your onboarding process is your first impression to your client as to what it's like to work with you long term. How are you going to treat them? How prepared are you? How are you going to solve and alleviate their worries so that they can focus on those more important things that they do, which is their services or their time that they provide to their clients. So that's why it's important to bulletproof your onboarding process, and continue to like, subscribe, share this with someone, share this with another entrepreneur that you feel like that, hey, you know, they've mentioned to you that they want to get their automations in check, or they need help with organizing people, you know, send them our way as well. So guys, that's it on my end. I do hope that you got some value from this video about what it takes to make sure that your onboarding process is bulletproof. If you need any help with attracting or onboarding new clients, you already know, call your boy. And we'll make sure that we get everything nice and smooth for you, and taking on those new clients just as you wish. So I got some more work to do as far as onboarding some new clients. I hope that you guys are having a good day. We'll holler at you soon.